Jay-Z's name has been tossed around the internet more than usual lately, and no, it's not about a new album or some business move. This time, it's deeply personal and potentially explosive. We're talking about a paternity case that's finally gained serious legal traction after years of being buried in red tape and silence. The man at the center of it? Ramier, who claims to be Jay-Z's biological son. And for the first time, the courts are forcing Hov to speak up. Now let's be clear, this isn't some random tabloid rumor that popped up yesterday. Ramier has been fighting this battle for over a decade. His mother Wanda swears she had a fling with Jay-Z back in 1992 when she was just 16 years old. According to her, Jay picked her up from Philly, they had a moment, and next thing you know, she's pregnant. She didn't hear from him again after that. Years later, DNA proved the man listed on Ramier's birth certificate wasn't his biological father. That left Jay-Z as the only other possibility. But instead of taking a test to clear things up, Jay has allegedly been dodging this like the plague. The legal system hasn't made it any easier. Ramier says the court system has been stacked against him from the start. Judges looking the other way, lawyers playing dirty, court documents mysteriously vanishing. And what's wild is how Jay-Z, a man known for being quick to lawyer up when even the smallest rumor surfaces, has been uncharacteristically silent. Remember when he shut down those crazy accusations tying him to Diddy and a minor? That was fast and loud. But with Ramier, nothing but crickets. And just when this whole story felt like it would fade into the background again, the judge finally stepped in and made it official. Jay-Z must respond to the court by July 18th. That's right, no more dodging, no more behind-the-scenes maneuvering, it's game time. But wait, there's more. This case isn't just about fatherhood. It's about power, silence, and the influence that comes with having deep pockets and industry reach. People close to Ramier have been hinting for years that there's been a quiet effort to bury this case, and now it looks like Beyoncé herself might have been trying to pull strings to shut it down. According to whispers from insiders and even Ramier's godmother, there have been multiple efforts to discourage him from pushing forward. Some even say he was told to go away, little boy. And if that's true, it paints a much darker picture of how far the Carter camp might go to keep this under wraps. And you already know 50 Cent couldn't sit this one out. He's been lighting up social media with shady posts, poking at Jay and hyping up the drama. And Nicki Minaj, she just reposted 50's post with a side-eye comment that's got everyone talking. To God be the glory, she wrote. That might sound light on the surface, but folks are reading between the lines. Especially since Nicki's had her own public fallout with Jay-Z's circle, and now she's using her platform to turn the heat all the way up. So now we've got a decades-old paternity battle boiling over, celebrities chiming in, a judge demanding answers, and rumors of a potential crime lurking in the background. If Jay-Z really was 22 and Wanda was 16 when they met, this isn't just a messy personal matter anymore. That would be a whole different legal territory. And as the spotlight grows hotter, the question gets louder. Why won't Jay-Z just take the test? Ramier's been talking for years, and it's not just talk anymore. He's been putting in real work, filing motions, appealing decisions, and even trying to take the case to the Supreme Court. He's not asking for a reunion or some emotional father-son moment. All he wants is a straight answer. Either Jay-Z is his father or he isn't. And there's one surefire way to find out: a DNA test. That's it. But getting to that test has been like pushing a boulder uphill while blindfolded. He's faced setback after setback like something out of a legal thriller. One of the biggest walls he ran into was geography. Jay-Z's legal team argued that because he didn't live in New Jersey or own property there, the courts had no right to force him to take a test in that state. Just like that, Ramier's case kept getting tossed out. But then something unexpected popped up. A book written by none other than Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, allegedly includes a line that claims Jay-Z did in fact have property in New Jersey at that time. That detail alone could rip a hole through Jay's whole defense. If he did have ties to the state, then the court absolutely can demand a test. And once that door opens, there's no turning back. Ramier wasted no time putting that claim on blast, basically saying, "Here's your proof, what's your excuse now?" That move had people side-eyeing Jay-Z's silence even harder. It's one thing to dodge the media, but dodging the truth when someone's throwing legal receipts your way, that's a whole other level. And then there's the stuff that doesn't make headlines, but still makes you wonder. Ramier's family says they've been hit with shady financial hits tied to this case. Illegal liens placed on their property, fraudulent court orders being used to shut them down again and again. It's not just emotional stress they're dealing with, it's real-life consequences that are still affecting them today. And through it all, Ramier's message hasn't changed. I don't want Jay-Z's money, I don't want fame, I want the truth. Meanwhile, his mom Wanda has been consistent about her side of the story. She says she met Jay-Z through a friend, they hooked up twice, and that was it. The second time, he came back to see her, and then he vanished. No number, no contact info, just gone. When she got pregnant, she didn't even tell him because she had no way to. Years later, her live-in boyfriend, Robert Graves, was listed on the birth certificate as the father, but once a court-ordered DNA test proved that Robert wasn't the dad, his name was legally removed. From there, everything pointed in one direction. It's not like Jay-Z's team didn't know about this. According to Wanda's godmother, they even had polite discussions with Jay's legal reps at one point. There was talk of resolving things quietly, maybe even bringing Ramier into the Roc Nation fold. But that all changed when they allegedly realized how young Wanda had been at the time. Suddenly, the tone shifted. Different lawyers came in, the friendly vibes vanished, and the entire thing hit a wall. Ramier believes that was the moment they realized this wasn't just a paternity issue. If the age timeline checks out, then Jay-Z might have transported a minor across state lines. That could open up Pandora's box no one in that camp wants to deal with. Add that to the fact that Wanda had filed a civil suit for child support back in the day, which was thrown out due to jurisdictional technicalities, and it becomes clear this mess has been decades in the making. Nicki Minaj didn't just drop a comment and dip, she's been applying serious pressure, and not just for the clicks. Her involvement took things to another level. When she reposted that video of Dre Hadley, the daughter of Roc Nation CEO Desire Perez, people started putting two and two together real quick. Dre laid it all out. She claimed her own mother had her forcibly committed to a mental institution and was now facing a lawsuit because of it. That alone would have been enough to stir the pot, but then she went further. She said Roc Nation wasn't just targeting her, they had allegedly gone after Nicki's entire family. Her words hit like a truck. According to Dre, the same people behind Jay-Z's empire tried to silence Nicki by messing with her music, her image, and even her loved ones. She said Nicki's husband and child weren't spared, and Nicki, she's done playing nice. She's making it loud and clear that she believes this isn't just about a paternity test, it's about a pattern of intimidation, power plays, and bearing inconvenient truths. Nicki also dropped a bomb that caught a lot of people off guard. She hinted that the reason she's been releasing less music lately has nothing to do with creativity or burnout. According to her, powerful people in the industry, people tied to Jay-Z's circle, have been actively sabotaging her moves. She's been shadow banned, her fan pages silenced, and worst of all, she claims there's been an intentional campaign to mess with her marriage, feeding lies to her husband, stirring up drama, and trying to break her down from the inside. All of that context matters because it connects directly to what Ramier's been saying this whole time. He believes this isn't just about one rich man trying to avoid a DNA test. It's about how deep someone's influence can run when they've got enough money, connections, and motivation to make problems disappear. And now that a judge is forcing a response, all of that is at risk of being exposed. Ramier's also revealed something darker. He says someone tried to take him out. Literally. His car was shot up, and he even posted photos of the aftermath. That alone would be alarming, but it doesn't stop there. He claims that after the shooting, something was planted in his car and that he was pulled over shortly after, almost like someone was trying to set him up. Whether that's true or not, it's clear he genuinely believes his life's been targeted over this case. That's not the kind of energy you bring if you're just chasing clout. He's not asking Jay-Z to play catch in the backyard or show up to his birthday. He's not asking for royalties or a mansion. He just wants a truth that's been denied to him his whole life. And if Jay-Z truly isn't the father, there's a very simple way to prove that. So why the decades of silence? Why the avoidance? Why the legal gymnastics? It's not just fans who are watching now. The media's clocked in. Celebs are speaking up, and that July 18th deadline is looming large. The documents are in place, the judge has signed off, and for the first time, Jay-Z might not be able to wiggle out of this. Ramier stood alone for years, but now the court has spoken. He's finally got a shot at the one thing he's been asking for since the beginning. Not a payout, not fame, just clarity. Just a test, just the truth. And now the world is watching to see if it finally comes out.